Hey, how's it going? Back here again, Ultimate Connoisseur. Got my buddy Morace here today.
How you doing?
At first, it ended up being an Oktoberfest day today. Although this is February, not that you would know what month it is whenever you see this. But what I brought was two of the German brewers that actually own copyright. It's the I think the German Brewers Club, I believe. Hofbrau, Munchen, Paulaner, Spaten. I'll write it down somewhere so you'll know all six of them because I forget from time to time. But I brought those, and then also have Erdinger. Erdinger has an Oktoberfest, which for those of you who don't know, Oktoberfest is actually beer that is made in March, and it's usually a Marzen. That's what Marzen is, a beer brewed in March, and it's to celebrate the end of the summer beer is gone, and now you need new beer. So that's what this is until you start making your next harvest.
All right.
So we're gonna go. Although this is not the order that we're gonna be drinking, and I tend to go from the lightest alcohol content to the heaviest. So we'll be starting with the Erdinger here, which is, where did I see that? It's a 5.7. So Erdinger 5.7, and that's right here. Okay, that's
It's a very pretty color.
yeah, it's very light.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Definitely very light. Tastes great. Almost like initially off the first taste, kind of like maybe like a molasses type taste,
Mm. Yeah.
and then it kind of fades out really nice.
Yeah, it does have a really nice finish. It almost, yeah, as you said, like molasses. It has I guess it's the malt or whatever that really comes through in this, and it's just. In fact, I've had this, and it's really good with sausage.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, German beer
For sure,
sausage.
yeah.
I mean,
Goes
so
hand in hand almost.
yeah. But this actually really complemented sausage
and
a lot.
and a sweet smell too.
And although you can't see the head because I pour it beforehand just because I mean you've seen beer poured, but the heads on these were actually pretty good. This I thought it wasn't overwhelming. Carbonation isn't really high,
Yeah, I was just about to say
but it's
yeah,
it's pretty good.
pretty good, nice and light.
So
This is like something I probably even I would drink in the summer. Like it's something as light as that too. Very refreshing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Kind of like a summer beer.
And that's the thing that I've noticed about German beers are that I mean even if they're heavy in alcohol content, they actually work well during the summer. And of course I didn't turn this off, and of course everybody's going to start calling me now. So if you hear it buzz, that's what that is. Moving on, all right?
There we go. Very good. Very versatile beer.
Yeah.
Tastes great. Light. Smells good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very impressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, this isn't one of the traditional Oktoberfest. So now we're going to move into the more traditional.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is the Paulaner, excuse me. Now this is a little bit darker and kind of a little on the cloudy side.
So this one, it's interesting. Like initially, right off the bat, it's kind of like a strong, harsh taste, but yet smooth. I don't know how to exactly put it, but it's definitely very nice.
Yeah, no, this is the thing that I've found about, especially like the German beers. I mean, there's a taste. I mean, it's like the malt is in there. It's not overwhelming,
No, yeah.
but and the aroma, it's not like a real strong aroma, but it does have a lot of flavor.
A lot, yeah. Like when you drink this beer, you know exactly what you're drinking. You know, no mistaking it.
And it's not overly sweet, but it's definitely a Marzen. And if you can see the legs from the head, you know, and there's still teeny tiny bubbles that are coming
Not
up.
much carbonation in there, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I like this one.
And then this was, where did we say this? Oh, this is 5.8.
5.8.
So we had a 5.7, a 5.8.
It's very smooth too. A lot of flavor in there. Very good.
And now we move on to the Hofbrauhaus. Okay, so this, as you see, comes in this little teeny tiny keg. It's 5 liters, and it's actually pretty interesting. It has a little screw on top to release the, excuse me.
The gas.
Yeah. And then there's a little spigot in front. You pull it out, and then you turn it to fill your glass. And it feels much like a regular keg, where if you it feels like a keg that hasn't been over pumped, so there's not a lot of head that comes out with it. But it was funny because when I opened this up, the first thing Morace noticed was the aroma.
Oh my gosh! Like right now, first of all, I was able to smell the aroma from when it was on the bar, and I was waiting to get to this point. And
He has been waiting on this.
And just the smell alone is so nice. Like,
yeah,
fruity.
it's like, yeah.
Did not disappoint. Very almost tropical.
Yeah.
Very light. Goes on very smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, out of the 3, this one seemed like the lightest. But let me warn you now, it tastes light. This was what,
6.3.
6.3.
So
out of the 3, like I said, I usually start light and go to the heavier, just so we can tell. But this is just
it's lovely. It definitely did not disappoint. I was anticipating, and it met all my expectations. Smells good, tastes great, light. I mean, definitely.
still. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem drinking this during the summer. I would.
Any of these. Any of these would be great. I was expecting more of like a harsh kind of flavor, you know. But I mean, wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. Like, I would definitely look into expanding my horizons with the beers and definitely picking up something like these. I mean, they're great.
Well, and I also recommend, like I said, the Spaten. Let's see who I'm going to try to pull this off. Hofbrauhaus, Paulaner, Spaten. Oh, I know you guys are answering as I'm going through.
They're probably listing them off.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, dummy, get them out of your head. But yeah, I pull it up every once in a while and to remind myself. But the club owns the copyright to Oktoberfest, and I'll tell you, Marzen, this is the stuff.
I mean, if I had to choose which one I would, definitely purchase. I mean, they're all nice, but I think I have to go with the
Hofbrau.
Yeah, this one is really. It's exceptional. The aftertaste is great, and it's just like that flavorful, tropical flavor that you get. I think, kind of, in my opinion.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like I like all three.
They're
I mean,
they're great. They're
again,
great,
I mean,
yeah.
this has been the problem with most of our tests, our challenges, is the fact that if you bring any of these to a party,
You're good.
yeah, you will. I guarantee you'll be invited back again. This is not the type of they brought the
They brought that again.
no. Who's the guy that brought? Yeah, you'll get
Make
invited
sure you
back.
don't invite that guy back. But you show up with any of these three, yeah, you'll be a hit because number one, I mean, how often do you see these beers?
Yeah.
You know, like they're not very common. So like the common beer drinker like myself. So I mean, this is the first time I've seen these three beers and tasted these three beers, and I mean, they're winners. Like, I mean, now I would actually seek them out.
Well, and a little side story. It's interesting. One of the other reasons that I started this blog was because of the Paulaner here.
Okay.
All right, I love Marzens. I love Oktoberfest. And I remember going into Bevmo one time, and it was November, and there was like one case of the Paulaner Oktoberfest left, and I grabbed it, and this woman, Kim, I'm going to try to get Kim on the show. I keep telling Kim,
Kim, where
telling
at?
you
Where
got to
at,
be
Kim?
here.
Where you at?
Bring your husband. It's all good. But I was saying, she came up and asked, did I need any help? I said, no, I just wanted to grab the Paulaner because, it was like the last case, and I thought it was really good. And she said, well, Paulaner's a large brewery, and they actually brew this all year round. So it's not just for Oktoberfest anymore. And then she took me on a tour and this maybe 15-minute education of beer.
Drop the science on the beer. Nice.
Kim,
where you at?
I keep telling Kim.
you at?
I see now everybody knows I'm going to start asking for Kim. Where's Kim? There's this fantasy Kim that I have that keeps popping in my head. So you got to come so people actually know that you exist. But you know what? I kind of agree with you that, I mean, like Paulaner is really good, but
Yeah, if I had to,
that's
it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
So I guess the winner today, winner today is right there. And I'm not going to even talk about second and third because you know what?
They're all winners.
They're all good. And and if you think this was easy, making a choice out of these three, which one is the best? I invite you to try it yourself. And right below, whatever you think, or if you have a Marzen that you really like, tell us about it.
Yeah.
We'd like to check it out because, like we always say, that's what we do. Ultimate Connoisseur, Morace, and the Big O, signing out. I got to try some more of this.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna leave anything.